Total side note. So clearly, based on what you're saying, talking about being in the schools, having the students in the schools, you have the police officers, and then you have your office. Restorative justice isn't a standalone thing, right? It's
Right.
bigger. It's bigger than that.
We, as an organization, and we get to participate every day with conferences for victims and offenders and represent what it should look like. We get to experience that as an organization every day as well. And I have to tell you, it's a difficult value proposition to even live restoratively. I come from a corporate background. If there's an issue and you have an issue, you go to human resources. And if you get to that point, you're pretty much knowing that you're going to walk out the door. Very few organizations can handle conflict within their team restoratively. And it's dialogue, it's conversation, it's respect, and it's a human approach to everyone makes mistakes and everyone has a different opinion. But I'm excited to see how even within our organization challenges come up, and our team is phenomenal at being able to respond to those challenges and do it in a new way. And we'd love to see that resonate throughout other corporate cultures, not just addressing issues within a court system or crime. The application is all across the board and available and valuable.
Which I didn't even think about. I thought about it as specifically as a justice system, as a community, but when you think about organizations, when you think about pretty much anything that involves a group of people, these practices would probably be really helpful, and knowing how to do these sorts of practices could probably alleviate a lot of conflict and a lot of issues. So I know that you personally travel a lot, right, for LCJP?
Yes.
How is your program, how is LCJP connected to the rest of the restorative justice that is going on in the world in that sense?
Well, exciting for us. We've had 2 staff members both receive a Fulbright award. So each traveling to New Zealand, which is a proponent for, and I'm sure most people, is if you Google search anything about restorative justice, New Zealand will undoubtedly come up first. For us to have staff members that it's attractive to them to be able to apply their skills and contribute something phenomenal to another community outside of our country. That information share and application just helps us and our country grow. So we love the sister partnerships between that. But to have 2 of our staff members selected is phenomenal for us. We have a really great team, the same team that also travels to other national conferences to deliver training and coaching and mentoring for other startup programs, as well as those that just that peer support between programs to share.
Do you learn anything from taking those trips to seeing other people, or do you feel like they learn more from you, or is it a give and take?
I think both. I don't think we realize we're a very humbled organization just because of how we operate. It's exciting to view other programs, and there is no right or wrong way. There's a lot of variables for the application and delivery, but it all comes back down to the same principles. And it's exciting to see how other organizations are applying, and we learn something new every time. And I love that we get to be leaders for restorative justice and representing what a solid, viable, thriving community program looks like. And yet we're still learning, we're still forging new paths and really exploring the ways that we can utilize restorative practices in many different avenues.
But the key to those restorative practices has always been community, right? That has been the biggest, at least for LCJP, community has been I don't want to call it an obstacle, but it has been the biggest necessity to get it moving forward, right?
Absolutely. And community can come in the form of a classroom. in the form of a house, your household or your home with friends and family. That's a community, and the application of restorative practices has been going on for thousands of years. So this isn't something that's new or trendy. It is the way that people lived in different cultures and in different tribes. And for us to look at it with legislation or new program launches, it kind of feels like a new thing, but it's not. But again, it originated with community and continues with community in order for it to survive.